After retiring and taking up the more honorable position as the CEO of his own meat production company, Ji-hwan's decision to hire reformed criminals inevitably leads him back to his old rival when one of his employees, a former junkie, goes missing. Ji-hwan begins his investigation at Kitty Gang headquarters, a nightclub that doubles as a front for their more sketchier activities. While searching the club for clues to the whereabouts of his missing employee, Ji-hwan bumps into our leading lady, Eun-ha. It's definitely not love at first sight for these two, because a series of coincidental run-ins and misunderstandings leaves our OTP thinking the worst of each other. Eun-ha mistakes Ji-hwan for a practicing gangster because he still dresses and carries himself like one. And because Eun-ha was toting around candy that looks suspiciously like the new drugs that the Kitty Gang is pushing, Ji-hwan suspects Eun-ha is in cahoots with his former foes and is trying to drag down his reputation, which couldn't be further from the truth. Eun-ha is actually a children's content creator, and because she genuinely loves kids, she puts a lot of effort into creating videos that are engaging for them. Her whole persona both online and in real life seems modeled after the ideal kindergarten teacher or theme park princess. Sweet, effervescent, and too perfect to be real, but like all Disney princesses, Eun-ha works for a larger company with a bottom line. Her idealism is at direct odds with said company's push to promote their sponsors' toys and kid-friendly products in her videos, which is why she's deemed the company's worst-performing creator. As such, she's a bit of a joke among her peers, and she's given assignments that the other content creators avoid, like the upcoming Children's Food Festival. But Eun-ha is a candy with a heart of gold, so of course she's eager to attend the food festival. In fact, even before she volunteered for the task, she already had an idea for a fun and engaging pizza-making class that she hoped to put into action at the festival. Ji-hwan's Thirsty Deer employees also happened to be in attendance at the Kids Food Festival. His company recently developed some kid-sized sausages, and they need to do some market research to see if their product and its kid-friendly packaging will sell. Unfortunately, the parents at the festival aren't too keen on having their kids approach the booth run by reformed criminals or eat food that they suspect is laced with drugs. Things escalate when one of Ji-hwan's employees accidentally bumps into a father with a short temper, and the ensuing arguing escalates to a point where kids start crying. Eun-ha steps up to de-escalate the situation, and by the time Ji-hwan arrives on the scene, the crowd has dispersed. Eun-ha has left to teach her pizza class, and his despondent employees are cleaning up the mess. His employees are remorseful but also defensive, sensitive to the fact that they cannot escape their reputation as criminals. Ji-hwan, although sympathetic, gives them some tough love, stating that paying for your crimes does not mean your crimes are gone. Because they were criminals, they have to go the extra mile to prove they've turned their lives around. Given that Ji-hwan and Eun-ha are both at the same event, their paths inevitably cross and result in bodily injury, with Eun-ha being the unintentional aggressor. She accidentally stabs Ji-hwan in the ribs with a mop handle and sends him tumbling down some stairs. The tough-as-nails former gangster winds up in the hospital with a mild concussion and broken ribs, and his employees are chomping at the bit to enact revenge on Ji-hwan's, since they still suspect Eun-ha might be a part of the Kitty Gang. By this point in time, though, Ji-hwan has already searched for Eun-ha on the internet and done a deep dive of her videos, so he's no longer concerned that she's a Kitty Gang spy. However, that doesn't mean she's not a threat to his heart. After marathoning all of Eun-ha's videos, he can't get her off his mind. She invades his thoughts to a point his concussed brain imagines she's by his bedside. Then suddenly she's in his hospital room, wanting to apologize and return the sunglasses he lost when he fell down the stairs. It's at this exact moment that Ji-hwan's minions come storming into his hospital room, cursing Eun-ha and threatening her bodily harm. Ji-hwan hides Eun-ha under his bedsheets and does his best to de-escalate the situation before his employees ask about the suspiciously large lump next to him in bed. The guys are really riled up, so it takes Ji-hwan longer than necessary to get them to clear out. But once they're gone, Eun-ha is able to scamper away. Just when Eun-ha thinks she's in the clear, her phone starts blowing up with comments on a video that she didn't post. Her boss took the footage of her de-escalating the fight at the Kids Food Festival and edited it in a way that sensationalized the situation and slandered Ji-hwan's employee. The video rakes up millions of views, just as Eun-ha's boss had hoped, but Eun-ha's reputation tanks because it looks like she posted a very non-kid-friendly video to her account. The video obviously has a negative impact on Ji-hwan's company. Business partners are backing out of deals, and stores are pulling his products from their shelves because no one wants to buy meat from a company run by the violent criminals seen in the video. Ji-hwan has a hard time believing Eun-ha posted the video, but he can't argue with the fact that it was uploaded from her account. Unable to take the negative publicity lying down in his hospital bed, Ji-hwan dons his most intimidating black attire and pays Macaroon Soft a visit, scaring the hell out of Eun-ha's boss. While everyone is preoccupied with the scary former gangster who's shown up with legal documents and a promise to sue Macaroon Soft for defamation, Eun-ha sneaks in and steals the hard drive containing the original footage from the food festival. Eun-ha may be intimidated by Ji-hwan and his band of merry men, but, as Ji-hwan reminds her, they are the victims. They didn't start the fight at the festival. They were there to promote a product they worked hard to make, and they don't deserve the negative publicity manufactured by her boss to drive up the views on their videos. So Eun-ha does the right thing and uploads the unedited footage from the festival to the internet. It's still unknown if Eun-ha's anonymous video dump single-handedly restored Thirsty Deer's reputation, but her actions definitely warmed Ji-hwan's heart. He immediately feels guilty for assuming the worst about her, and after further observation of her volunteering at the hospital where he's staying, he's distraught. He was never a talkative man, but when he did speak, he was direct and methodical. Now, in Eun-ha's presence, he's clumsy, stumbling over his words and his feet. Unfortunately, his hero moment comes at a low point for Eun-ha. The soy milk she featured on her channel made hundreds of children sick, and now she must face the consequences of attaching her name to a product without researching it first. There's no denying Eun-ha has a good heart though, and when she hears about the toxic milk on the news, she rushes to the hospital to retrieve the cartons she handed out to the children during her volunteering activities. Thankfully, none of the kids she knows through her volunteer hours consumed the milk, but her relief is replaced by horror when she witnesses the overwhelming number of sick children in the emergency room. When the parents recognize Eun-ha from her videos, they turn on her, enraged that she promoted and convinced the parents to purchase the milk for their children. One parent picks up an open carton of milk and throws it at Eun-ha, but before it makes contact, Ji-hwan swoops in to shield Eun-ha. Unfazed by the milk dripping down his trench coat, he then crouches down next to her and softly tells her to close her eyes and count to 10. Our episode ends there, and I'm surprisingly curious to find out what he doesn't want her to see. Something tells me he isn't going to beat up a bunch of parents and doctors. That's it for this recap. Make sure to like and subscribe for more recaps and reviews of your favorite dramas. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Leave your thoughts in the comments and let me know which drama you'd like me to cover next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.